The following video is brought to you through the generous support of viewers like you. If you like this content, then please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing this video. And for those who are in the position to donate, this channel thanks you. And so does this orange cat.
We are in the middle of a What the Dub live stream. Come over, we have a lot of fun doing these live. And in case you have not noticed, Kathleen Karen Kennedy is trending herself over on the Twatters. Oh yes, and Lucasfilm boss Kathleen Karen Kennedy says the Obi-Wan season 2 could happen if there's huge engagement. That's a buzzword. That is a buzzword. I am Mecca, and we're going to talk about what this buzzword means and why I have to pick apart this article. And if people really want more Obi-Wan. She doesn't care if people want it. Engagement. Twitter impressions. This is literally what I was talking about before the series started. Remember when they released all of the clickbait, troll bait articles? You know, the ones where they put it in everybody's heads that anything anybody says is going to be racist, no matter what. And when I literally called out Lucasfilm for doing just that, I said, look, they're gonna go and they're going to use Reva as a human shield. They're gonna literally do the thing from the South Park clip. Insert South Park clip here.
Hey, wait a minute!
And what did they do? They used her. They picked her up by the toes and they flung her at me. And they hit me with her over and over and over again, figuratively, of course. And that is what engagement means. It's Twitter impressions. It's how much buzz they can generate off of that. So they knew they had a stinker on their hands with Obi-Wan. They knew Deborah Chow couldn't direct herself out of a paper bag. Bleep the F-bomb pretty please if you're editing this one later for me. And, or myself, I might edit this one myself. And they critic-proofed it by using Moses Ingram as a diversity human shield. They hired her because she could provide engagement. And Kathleen Kennedy herself admits it right there with this IGN article. I am Mecca. Please subscribe to this channel. We're doing a lot of stuff here. We're even bringing you Vegas Pokemon live streams and all kinds of stuff. Lucasfilm is leaving the door open for another season of the Obi-Wans if there is demand. You know, at least Kathleen Kennedy admitted that what she's doing is just for engagement.
Yes, of course.
Now, if only Geraldine Riva will admit she's a Muppet, we'll have some fun here. But we won't. That won't happen, will it? Reva doing her best Muppet impression, probably due to the fact that Deborah Chow can't direct. Because what happened in the season finale of Obi-Wan? She can emote. She can cry on cue. It's more than some certain actresses who we've seen in the court system lately who can't even make themselves cry, for crying out loud. Obi-Wan could be back for season 2 if there's enough demand. During an interview with Entertainment Tonight, Lucasfilm boss Kathleen Karen Kennedy revealed that the door has been left firmly open for a second season of the hit Star Wars spin-off show. Well, frankly, we did. I can't do the impression. I need Rob to do the impression. Rob, do you want to do a Kathleen Kennedy impression? I'm bad at it. My voice is kind of gone too.
Yeah, my voice is gone too.
Can you? That might be better.
Wow.
Here. Read this line. Can you see it?
Well, frankly, we did set out that as a limited series, she said. But I think that if there's a huge engagement and people really want more Obi-Wan, we'll certainly give that consideration because the fans, they speak to us. And if we feel like, okay, there's a real reason to do this, it's answering why then we'll do it. But we'll see.
She flat out admits that this literally why they use it. She said it's all about engagement. It's not about whether or not the show's any good, whether or not people like it. It's all about the engagement. How much Twitter impressions. They still think that this is the mark of a good series. When in fact, I think most people who are online complaining about this are not actually paying for Disney Plus to watch this thing, or maybe they are. I have heard, now correct me if I'm wrong, that the younger generation doesn't even know how to get anything for free. Well, they certainly know how to get everything else for free. And I think that possibly, additionally, the series director, Deborah Chow, was reluctant to say whether or not Obi-Wan would be back. I think, if it was to go forward, it would only be. Oh, I love it when don't you love it when they're like typing what people's saying or what people are saying with all of their knows and ums and their hoes and hums. I think, if it was to go forward, it would only be if there was a real reason for another one, she said, And you have to admit that the first season ends in just about the perfect spot. All right. We saw where it ends. We see what happens, right? After rescuing Princess Leia and returning her home, he heads off into the sun. Spoiler! With Qui-Gon, and they go off on adventures together with the little space camel. That's fine. However, stars Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen are keen to suit up. They all want to come back and do it. This is all about how much they can manipulate and how much they can. Oh, they tried to get the impressions, the same amount of negative Twitter impressions and the same amount of clicks with the Reva spin-off series that I said would be a hilarious thing, because not only is she so out of place in the Star Wars universe with the character and the motivation, and we touched on this a little bit on the live stream, actually quite a bit on the live stream, about why would she even want to off young Luke Skywalker, because that would help Vader, who she's trying to get revenge from. Like it would I don't know. So nothing makes sense. Nothing, like, she ends up doing the right thing to keep Luke alive, just to not become Vader. However, that's going to do more to end him eventually, because we've seen where it happens. That's going to do more to end him. She might not know that, but the rest of us do. This is why these prequels and everything are just painting you into a corner. What are they going to do with this one? It's just going to paint us all into a corner again, because we know where it's going to end up. I mean, you're going to have to either introduce something new completely and do fewer of these, hey, here's Luke and Leia and Obi-Wan and all these characters that we already know. We already know how these people end. We know how Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru die. We know how every one of these people, except for the Inquisitor, or Reva, the third sister, Grand Inquisitor Reva, Darth Reva the Exploitable is apparently more like it. So basically, Kathleen Kennedy admits that if they can extract enough Twitter engagements and enough online impressions, that yes, they'll do another series. Do we want it? This looks so cheap. It looks like a cheapy bad fan film. So I'm going to say no. I don't personally want it. How about you guys? Do you guys want it? Tell me in the comment section below. I'm going back to my live chat. Don't you guys go anywhere. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!
Have you ever heard of the Emancipation Proclamation?
Yes, of course.